Hello and welcome to No Nonsense Metal Reviews, and specifically to the very first episode of what I'm gonna call couch concerts. So, the idea here is that, like pretty much every music fan and every human in the world at the minute, we're all sick to death of COVID and everything being cancelled and no concerts, and you can't go out and do the things that we all used to love and enjoy. So, like many music fans, I've been turning to concert DVDs and those little bonus DVDs that you always seem to get in the special editions of albums, and got a fair few of them. So, I've been delving back into the archives from the couch, hence couch concerts, and watching old concerts. Some new, some slightly older, some grainy, some not so grainy. So the first one that I am going to talk about anyway is this one. Now this is a very nice Blu-ray box set, Nightwish Finnish symphonic power metal monoliths. They are a huge band. We all know in Europe mainly. I think stateside they're making their way, but Nightwish symphonic power metal, great stuff. I'm a huge fan. Vehicle of Spirit. So this is two full shows. The first being live at Wembley, our beloved Wembley Arena. Second one live at, see if I can say this right, Ratina Stadion in Tampere in Finland. So you get the full show with each. The Wembley show in particular is quite a sentimental one for me, as I was there in the crowd. Haven't been able to see myself, studied it hard enough, but unfortunately I'm just one of the many. So, Vehicle of Spirit, this was of course on the Endless Forms Most Beautiful tour, which is, in my opinion, and I know it's shared by a lot of Nightwish fans out there, it is one of their best albums. It's definitely in my top three if I had to rank them, which at some point I probably will. So anyway, we've got two full sets there. The set lists do differ slightly. I think in the Tampere show there's Amaranth, She Is My Sin, Dark Chest of Wonders, I think the Islander. There's a few differences between it. The Wembley show in particular, I think, actually has a few more tracks. No, the same number of tracks on each one, but for some reason I felt like it had more tracks from Endless Forms Most Beautiful. But it does have a brilliant live full version of The Poet and the Pendulum, which is awesome. A real journey in itself, only surpassed by, which you get on both sets, the epic closer of The Greatest Show on Earth, and it's a hugely long song. I do remember, actually, I didn't know the set list before I went to the show, and when they played that as their closing track, I do remember kind of thinking, wow, this is a hell of a way to close. This is a hell of an encore. Kind of could have picked a few shorter tracks, maybe. I don't know, but it's a great spectacle. The whole show was amazing. So set list, like I say, largely a lot of material from Endless Forms Most Beautiful, and done bloody brilliantly, may I add. Shudder Before the Beautiful. I'm mainly looking at the Wembley show to start here. Shudder Before the Beautiful. Yours Is an Empty Hope. Such a heavy track. Brilliant, really aggressive. Ever Dream. Great track. Storytime. The big hit from the Showtime, beg your pardon, Imaginarium album. Brilliant track. My Walden. Beautiful piece, just like Alpenglow much later on. Elan or Elan, not sure quite how you pronounce it. But just brilliant, just brilliant. You also get on both sets rather interesting revisit of Stargazers from right down the bottom there, latter half of the set there, from Oceanborn, the second album, I believe it was. What else have we got here? Set list wise, you got Nemo at Wembley, and then in Tampere you have Sleeping Sun. So they've dug out the big ballads from the Thai era, and they've kind of split it. Yeah, it would have been great to have both on each set, to be honest, because they're such beautiful tracks. You know, you have to love them. All Nightwish fans do, I suppose. The big hits. There's some great other tracks on there. 7 Days to the Wolves. I Want My Tears Back. Really, really good stuff. Again, the Tampere show. A lot of the similar stuff, certainly from the Endless Forms era, but my Walden, again, like I say, beautiful track. Dark Chest of Wonders, brilliant. What an absolute classic. Weak Fantasy, which is a bloody heavy track. I believe that's on both sets, yeah. And you get, of course, the fantastic 3-piece closing finale. Although they are long tracks. Ghost Love Score, beautiful. The Last Ride of the Day is a great song, but the greatest show on earth. So in all of its glory. So set lists, I think, are pretty good. Understandably, there's going to be a lot from the Endless Forms because it is, of course, that tour. The shows themselves, I think that as far as pyro and spectacle goes, it's only really surpassed by the likes of Maiden, maybe Slipknot. I'm trying to think of big pyro bands. There's a lot of lights and screens, mainly at Wembley here. Talking about first. Trying to see if there's any good shots in the little booklet. You get plenty of interesting bits and bobs in there. There's like some review articles from the music journals and from the rock press at the time. The reviews of the shows. Obviously, playing Wembley is no small achievement. There you go. Some interesting stuff there, and there's lots of cool shots of the guys, the full band. Won't try and get them all out. I think these things are so delicately put together. I don't want to rip the package, but it's a nicely packaged thing as well. It's a beautifully packaged thing. Like I say, this is the Blu-ray. I don't know. I think there must be a DVD equivalent, and no doubt a huge earbook one. Yeah, some cool live shots there. It's great, actually. It's great. So, the footage itself is really well shot. It's really well recorded. It's not grainy. It's not one of those live DVDs, live recordings where you get a delay between the what you're actually physically seeing on the screen and the soundtrack to it, I suppose, the actual music itself. It all matches up. It's not too bright and flashy. It's not going to give you an epileptic fit. Some shows, I've seen a few concert DVDs and actually been to a few shows where you think, damn, are they just trying to blind us? Is this like, a nuclear blast? What are they trying to do to us here? I can't see the show. It's not like that. Both are great. Tampere is actually it's an open air at stadium, as it says. Was it Ratina Stadion? Ratina. A brilliant show again. Slightly less screen sort of busyness going on behind the background there, but equally there's plenty of pyro, there's plenty of lights, and yeah, it's really good. So I would say that if you want to watch a good show, if you want to just watch a great concert, this is definitely one for you. If you like Nightwish, if you're a fan and you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really worth the watch. I know that a lot of people would probably more readily go for End of an Era. Of course, the big Tire Farewell, and I know they did the Showtime Story Time, and there's Decades Live, live in Buenos Aires, I think. So there's no shortage of Nightwish DVDs and footage out there, but this is definitely worth a watch. If for nothing else, for the fact that you get such a good strong set list from what I think. I'm gonna go there and say it's definitely in my top 2 Nightwish albums, and that's a bold statement. Bold, but I'm going there. I'm gonna have to try and figure out what my number 1 is now, but it's in my top 2. So if you want a good show, this is worth it. If you like Nightwish, if you like just big symphonic metal, really good, powerful stuff, good sing-alongs, music that you could easily have 10 pints and have a good old merry jig along to, this is worth checking out. Okay, so that is Couch Concerts Part 1. Check back soon, and of course onto the No Nonsense Metal blog and page for more reviews and more couch concerts and whatever else I come up with next. So thanks for watching.